president and Kamala Harris being vice president?
I mean, isn't this the same conversation we have every few years when there's like a new president? I mean, like, me personally, I feel like Kamala Harris, they kind of like, I specifically feel like they kind of put African Americans in a position where they want us to feel like we had to make this decision where it's like, oh my goodness, it's a black woman and she's vice president. We definitely need to vote for her just because of that. Or like, oh, she's a part of a sorority. We definitely need to vote for her because of that. But it's like, no, there's a whole list of reasons why you should not vote for her. Yeah. And it's other reasons why you should not vote for Biden. And, you know, so on and so forth. Like, why you should not vote for Republicans. I mean, like, at this point, it just feels like they're just, like, playing in front of our faces. Like, they're just playing us for fools at this point.
Okay. And you on the election?
I mean, well, we live in America. I think Democrats do really good performance art, and people appreciate that as opposed to Republicans, because Republicans just outwardly don't care about you, but Democrats are really good at performance art, so it makes you feel good about how nothing's good. So that's why people usually vote Democrat. But I don't think Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are like better. They're not going to do anything for black people. I mean, like, yeah, she's black, but all skin folk and kinfolk. Like, I'm not expecting her to do anything to like help at all. I mean, both of them have had a very large hand and a lot of the things that go on with the prison industrial complex, so it's not like they're really going to help us. I mean, it's going to be good performance art though.
Yes.
So just like she said, people they put black people in situations to make them feel like they're superior when you're not. People don't realize, they always want to say, oh, she had a foot in the crime bill, and so did Joe. I believe Joe had a huge play in it, because he always had a foot in the door. It was not like Kamala. She did come up from the bottom, but a different bottom. It's not black people, poverty. You understand what I'm saying? But they put her in that position to be a prosecutor and to be this as a face, letting you to believe, okay, yeah, so this is the person that's putting you in jail, when in reality, when they put that bill out into the community, and those pastors and everyone else who signed off on it because they wanted to own land, those are the people who put that crime bill into play. Those crime bills wouldn't have went without any inside signatures. So there's a lot that goes into it. One step at a time. Get them out one step at a time. If we have an option between Don and Joe, right now we're gonna go with Joe. So in the meantime, when we can get in and infiltrate, hopefully, like it's supposed to be done, we'll have, what do they say? They got caught lacking. They got caught lacking. This one didn't get a second term, you got caught lacking. That's how I feel about it. One step at a time, infiltration.
Yeah, it's very interesting that you all said that, because, you know, Joe Biden, he actually wants to give the police more money. There's the whole topic about the police and them out and out just murdering people on camera and just getting away with it. Joe Biden wants to give the police more money, etc. And as you mentioned, the crime bill, those are signed by Democrats and supported by, I think, every black preacher in America.
Well, I mean,
all of them.
The real issue is that a lot of people aren't abolitionists, so a lot of the solutions that people are going to have aren't going to actually eradicate the problem. So you have people who are abolitionists who are like, we have to get to the point where gradually we don't actually need police, militarized police or otherwise, running around the streets. Like during the summer, it was completely normal to see the full National Guard just in my neighborhood interacting with children, like full ARs, like in the little kids' faces. Like that was normal. And they keep trying to give them money to reform, but like if you just kind of just get to the point where you're like, all right, this isn't working. I feel like we're just trying to like reform an abusive relationship. Like how many times are we gonna get beat up until we're like, all right, nah, like you gotta abolish it. Like
these veterans who are done, they're deployed, they're done, they're home. You're calling them back in. My sister got called back in to go into Atlanta, in the inner city. She's retired. She's a veteran. What is she? Why is she getting a letter saying she has to be? Are you able to re-enlist, or are you able to volunteer? And now it's a volunteer act. In uniform, you never volunteer.
It's crazy, yeah.